Hello, children, and welcome back to your Fun with English lesson. I'm sure you had a lot of fun during your puja vacation, especially with the puja camp in order. You must have learned so many new things at the camp, and I'm glad that we spent some quality time together. Now that classes have resumed and videos are being uploaded, do you remember what were we learning about in our English class? Yes, we have been talking about describing words. Would you like to do an interesting activity today? What do you think is the theme of my lesson? What does the picture here seem to suggest? I know that we have recently celebrated Durga Puja here in Calcutta and Dasera in other parts of North India. We will soon be celebrating Diwali as well. But today I'm going to speak about Halloween. So, what is Halloween? The day before the All Saints' Day in the Western Christian tradition is called All Hallows Eve or Halloween, celebrated on 31st of October every year. It is mostly a non-religious occasion, and festivities include pranks, parties, costumes, and trick or treating. So, have you heard about Halloween? Have you seen children dress up and asking for trick or treat? Today, I'm going to show you some of the symbols or images that are seen during Halloween, and you will be describing these for me. Are you game for this now? Great. Let's see how you fare. The first image that is given here is of the moon. How would you describe the moon to me? I can say it is round because of its shape. It's a full moon, isn't it? And it is shining brightly, so I can say it is bright. And how would I describe the color of the moon? I could say it's a silver moon. Do you like the sound of that? Bright, round, silver moon? Wow, that's quite a picture in front of us. So, have you understood? What are we going to do? We will be describing the objects and images in front of us. Let us see what is our next object. And here we have a witch's hat. How will you describe this hat? We can start with the color. It is a black hat. It is pointed or tapering. It is also crooked. And it is quite sinister, don't you think? What are some of the other pictures and images that you get to see during Halloween? Why do you think we see these images? Another famous image is that of the jack-o'-lantern. So, how will you describe this lantern? It is a pumpkin which is lit up. I can call it an orange pumpkin that is carved out, and it looks quite scary or spooky. This is one of the key decorations that people put out in front of their doors during Halloween. And we all know that Halloween is all about costumes and dressing up. So, what do you think about this child who is dressed up? How will you describe her costume? I can say it's a well-made costume. Who do you think she's imitating? She looks like Buzz Lightyear to me. So it's quite an innovative costume. and I think it fits her quite well. So I can say it's a well fitting or well fitted costume. Whom would you dress up as if you were to dress up for Halloween? How about another picture? How will you describe this child's clothes or costume? Well, it is definitely very colorful and it is quite detailed. But what about the overall effect? How do you feel her dress is? It is quite funny, don't you think? How else will you describe her dress? You can think of as many describing words as you want. And Halloween is also about sweets and candies. So, how will you describe this image? It is definitely multicolored. Candies of different color. And as you know, candies are sweet and chewy. What else can you say? I can also say some of them are sour. I'm sure you have seen and heard about Halloween in different pictures, cartoons, and images. What are some of the other things that you see common during Halloween? It might be images of black cats, or bats, or haunted houses. But it is not necessarily scary. So, if given a chance, would you like to dress up like a witch and maybe cast a spell? Let us do some magic now and come back to our very own city because there is no place like home. And yes, we are here in the heart of our city, Kolkata. Do you know where has this image been clicked? Which part of the city am I talking about? Today, we will discuss some of the famous buildings that we see around Calcutta or Kolkata. And we will be describing these using describing words or adjectives. We know that describing words tell us more about a noun. It can be a person, a place, an animal, or an object or thing. So today we are talking about structures or buildings of our very own city. Here we have an image of the St. Paul's Cathedral on Cathedral Road. It is very close to the Victoria Memorial. This is a very old church and it has a very distinctive architecture. But if you have to look at it, how will you describe this place? You can say it is very grand or majestic. You can see that the entire building is painted white. It has a tall tower. In fact, there used to be a steeple at the top of the tower, but it fell and was never replaced. This structure also has huge doors and windows, and it is also famous for its beautiful lawns and colorful flowers. Can you think of any other describing words for this place? Up next, we have the Marble Palace. Back in its day, it was a lavish and luxurious place with sprawling lawns, beautiful gardens, and do you know? It has a mini zoo inside. with a variety of animals that are kept in quite a good condition even today. And the interiors are also vast and well decorated. You can also see many colorful birds in the premises of the building. And this is one of the palatial houses that is standing today, and there are others all around our city. One such house is that of the poet Rabindranath Tagore. Do you know what is the name of his house? It is called the Jorashako Thakur Bari. Have you been there? You must make it a point to visit some of these places along with your parents and learn more about the culture and heritage of your city. Can you spot the stadium? This is the Salt Lake Stadium. How would you describe this? Yes, it has a circular structure. It is a very big stadium and can accommodate many people at one time. Have you been to a stadium before? What are stadiums used for? Yes, for games. And we visit them to watch these games. Are you familiar with this structure? Where did you see it? It is the Bisho Bangla Gate in Newtown. How would you describe the structure? I can say it is a modern style of architecture. Have you visited the restaurant here? Again, it is quite grand and strikes out among all the other things which are around. Which words would you use to describe this place? How about an activity? You can try and make a model of a famous building in your city, just like the one that I have been showing you, and write a few lines about your model using describing words. How is that for an activity? Which place would you like to make a model of? It can be the Indian Museum or the GPO or even the Kolkata High Court. If you think you cannot make a model, you can try and make a picture of the same. We all know that Kolkata is home to many famous personalities. An additional activity that you may try is to describe any three of the famous personalities with appropriate describing words. You can choose any personality of your choice. They might be modern day personalities or even older people who might have existed before your time. You can surely share the list with us teachers. Coming to the end of our lesson, here are the learning outcomes that you must have achieved during the course of this lesson. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to apply describing words correctly and creatively. Describe the monuments of your city. Make a model of a famous building and describe it in a few sentences. Describe famous personalities from your city. And I'm pretty sure that while using describing words, you will also improve the quality of your writing. Thank you, children, for paying such close attention to the lesson. I hope you enjoyed the Halloween themed lesson and are looking forward to your next Fun with English class. So till then, take care and stay well.